Do you want to make pasta like a professional chef? Well, let's get started. You're going to start with 260 grams of 00 flour, and then you're going to crack open 2 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks. And then you're going to need a bench scraper to mix the dough with. And then once you've rolled out your dough, then you're going to use this little cutter to cut out strips of dough. So pour your flour over a work surface, preferably a wood cutting board, and then use the bowl to make a little well in the center of the flour. Then add in your eggs to the well, and then using a fork, you're going to whisk your eggs together. And you're just going to keep whisking until they're all combined. And then continue whisking and slowly incorporate flour into the eggs and keep mixing and incorporate more flour. And make sure you go slowly, otherwise you might end up making a mess. But keep adding in the flour to make a dough. And then eventually it'll all come together, and then you'll need to use your bench scraper to mix the dough even further. Once the dough starts to form, you can start kneading the dough by hand, and you're going to keep kneading until a smooth ball forms. While you're kneading, if you notice the dough becomes too hard to work with, just cover it up for about 15-20 minutes, and then it should be more pliable to work with. You know your dough will be ready when you're able to press your finger in and it'll bounce back slightly. Next, roll out your dough using a very large rolling pin like the one I have here. Don't use the kind that has tapered ends, that won't help roll things out. And then you're gonna take your new little cutting gadget, and I am just evening out the dough so that it's an even shaped piece to work with. And I'm just cutting it down to a square, and then I'm gonna just do square shaped pasta. So just gonna cut everything down and cut everything out into little squares. Once your pasta is rolled out, now we can cook. So boil some salted water, and since this is fresh pasta, it'll only take a few minutes for the pasta to cook. And then once it's all cooked, add it to a pan of butter and swirl it around to emulsify